Federal, provincial government, please help us. Any city running a large transit system was suffering because, of course, we were running twice as many buses for half as many people because no one wanted to ride public transit. And for a long time, it was free. So we were in a huge deficit, largely because of the transit. But at the same time, I recognized the city needed to continue to grow. And I kept attracting investment. So we have over 3,000 new businesses just during COVID. Just during COVID. 13,000 new jobs. Right? Thank you. That's pretty amazing. Because they recognize Mississauga is a great place and a safe place to put their investment. Because there's certainty here. And a great quality of life, right? That's why we chose it as the place to live, to work, and raise our families. And now we're worried about your children and your grandchildren. We want to continue to it. We want to keep them here. We want to provide them with jobs so they work, but then we want them to live here too. And that is our next focus, making Mississauga more affordable for everybody, for the seniors, because I hear from the seniors. We want to stay in our houses, but it's becoming too expensive. We're on a fixed income, right? Young families who want to move to Mississauga. Our parents did, but we can't afford it. How can you make housing more affordable? I know the Premier talks about supply. We need more supply. I tell you, we have a lot of supply. I have 60,000 units just in the downtown, right? As of right, they can pull the permit. Permit's approved. They're not building because they're waiting for prices to escalate, right? This is another problem. And those are condos. Those are young families, newcomers, coming to Canada. They don't want to live in a condo, 500 square feet. They want a house. How do we make housing more affordable? How do we build more stock that has more variety, like townhomes and stacked townhomes and duplexes? Things that are maybe not a single family detached house like many of us, probably all of us have, but something where our young families and newcomers can start out. So this is what we're looking at in Mississauga. And we're building, as you know, particularly in the waterfront where there used to be a power plant. 8,000 units there have been approved. And then to the west, Brightwater, where there was an oil refinery, 5,000 units there. And this is mixed use development. So there will be residential, but there will be commercial component as well. We're looking at the pier. What can we build there? We're looking all along here, Ontario, because we're building light rail transit. We're building transit, a BRT, bus rapid transit way, on Lakeshore, on Dundas, and we're looking where else we could build it. We need transit. When you're building new infrastructure, new housing, transit has to go with it at the same time. And then when you look at the downtown, oh my gosh, 55 towers coming in the downtown in the next 30 years. Those are the ones I'm aware of, and there will be more. There will be more, and the price of real estate in Mississauga is very high now. So we're trying to make it affordable. We're looking at affordability of housing. We're looking at affordability for seniors. We're looking at more public transit. And we're trying to take care of everyone. And that means our newcomers, right? We're putting a diversity and equity lens on everything. Make sure everything's fair for everyone. Is it fair for newcomers, people of different cultures, religions, seniors? Are they getting what they need? And this is what makes Mississauga so beautiful. Because we have a very vibrant, yet welcoming and inclusive city. We care about everybody. I love this city. We say, Happy Diwali, Merry Christmas, Eid Mubarak. We all know those words, right? We all practice that because we celebrate each other. And that's what makes Mississauga special. I had my launch party yesterday. Some of you were there. We had representation from every single group in Mississauga there. Because that's who we are, and they know I respect every single group and want them to feel part of my team. And so I'm so honored. So there's so much more to do to continue to make us the most welcoming city, most inclusive city, to continue to bring back affordability to our housing, to continue to bring back transit, and make sure our seniors have what they need to. So I will leave it there. I know Chacha G has more speakers. Listen, this is my family here. This is my Chacha G. So take it up with him if you don't like that. You have a question? Yes, sir.
I've worked for the city of Mississauga. I'm a transit operator for the past 5 years.
Okay.
I'm also a union elected member for Transit 1572. wanted to bring to your attention the condition that Mississauga Transit is operating right now. You said we cut service, but right now we have double the amount of people.
Correct.
And a half amount.
And we're increasing service now that we're out. Let me acknowledge something to you as well.
Yes.
Yesterday,
What happened?
we have a devastating loss at our transit. We have a mechanic that tragically lost their life in the line of duty. Yes, I apologize to you. I didn't say that up front. I should have. It was a very bad week last week. Of course, our Queen died, Her Majesty, and then we had the officer shot in Meadowvale. Heartbreaking, senseless murder. And then he goes, this killer, murderer, to Milton, kills the owner of an auto body shop, Shakil Ashraf, right? And he shot 2 others. Young boy, 28, Satinder Singh,
He passed away.
passed away yesterday. They just announced it. So 3 murders. And then the next day we had Travis Gillespie, a constable in York Region, died in a head-on collision in York Region. And then yesterday our ATU mechanic. It has been a devastating week for me. I attended the funeral of Shakil Ashraf, and I plan to attend the funeral of Constable Andrew Hong. I've been invited to honor him. We placed flowers at the site. We lowered the flag. We did what the city could do. But this was a very dark week in our city's history, and one I never want to repeat. So I should have acknowledged that up front. And I apologize to you that I did not. But I think it goes without saying, because many of you have seen me in the media or in the newspaper, and you know that I've been attending all these events, and because it's important to me to pay respect. And this is very tragic, but it's also very senseless. And we don't understand what happened, but of course it's being investigated, and we hope to learn more. And I think more information will come out in the weeks to come. The individual has a very long record, very, very long record. I can't continue to call on you, but let me just say that, of course, we're building transit. We're reinvesting into transit, and all of our gas tax money goes into public transit, which we are expanding now because at the time of COVID, we had to cut costs. And when there were people not riding in public transit, this was a logical place to start. Let's cut routes that aren't being used. But of course, they've been all reopened, I think. I think even the express bus to the airport, that was the last one. So we continue to invest in transit. It was a big priority for me.
And I would also like you to invite you to come to our workplace once.
I will. He was inviting me to come, and I have been many times, but right now, the yard is sealed because of the investigation that Ministry of Labor is
This
there.
is the month of the election,
Thank
so
you.
you can
Thank
talk
you.
to my fellow.
And I understand the routes are, and the bus was running late all the time. I'm very aware.
Schedules are very tight, and my sister.
Schedules are very tight. Yes, and we don't want
We
to.
feel neglected, Madam Mayor, so that's why I'm telling you. Please,
Thank
once
you.
come into our
I will
workplace.
make you my commitment. I will come. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions while I'm here?
It's nothing related to, like, it's related to tragedy happened yesterday, one of our co-workers. I'm working with Ranjit too, from last 1 year. Why shouldn't we honor one building on his